Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to design a real estate website using Figma. It's a great project to showcase your design skills and find exciting chances to grow or even start new projects. Let's get to it. Okay, as always I prepared some starter files for you to make your design process easier. This video is going to be beginner friendly. But if you're new to Figma, it is better to watch my Figma tutorial video first and then come back here. Okay, we have our final design, all the images I used in this website, the logo and icons, and also in the design style card you can find what font we used and all the different font sizes, and what colors I used in the website. So let's copy them and paste them to our project. Rename our project. Now let's add our color to our local styles. You can add them like this as I showed you before. Select a frame and choose desktop from here. Resize it like this and rename it to homepage, for example. First, I like to design our hero section, then our navbar, then the rest of them. Now hit R or select a rectangle from here. Then draw a rectangle like this. Change the width to 437 pixels and the height to 650 pixels. Then change the color to our primary color. Let's design the image. Hit R and draw a rectangle like this. Now let me show you how to design this. Double click on our rectangle. As you can see, in the middle of these two there is no dot, but when I click on this circle it gives me another option. So click it and then bring this one to here. Now again click on it and give it 120 border radius. Okay, nice. Now let's add the image. Click it and hold Ctrl and Shift, then hit C. And then hold Ctrl and Shift, then hit V. Okay, now let's add the shadow. Select the image and add another color. Change it to gradient and follow the steps. As you can see, all of our elements are perfectly aligned. To do so, I will add a layout grid to our frame. Change it to columns, the margin to 164 and the gutter to 30. I think the color is good because I want to see them in our design process. Now let's add our header and our search bar. Hit T and type our header. Change the size to 54. Select the text and bring it to front. Change the font weight to bold and change the font family to Montserrat. Duplicate our text and bring it down. Change the text and resize it to 24 pixels. Then change the distance between them to 50 pixels. Now let's design our search bar. Draw a rectangle like this. Change the height to 50, corner radius to 10, and change the distance to 35 pixels. Now change the color to white. Okay, first I will add our text and then our icons. Now let's copy our icons. Double click on it and hold Shift and then select this one. Copy them and paste them here. Make sure the space between the icon and the text is 10 pixels. Now draw a line like this. Change the opacity to 40 and change the space between them to 20 pixels. Select our text and our icons and group them together. Now select them with our rectangle and group them again. Select our first group and make sure it is in the middle of our rectangle. Now let's group our elements. Okay, now it's time to add our navbar. Copy our logo and paste it to our page. Rename the file and bring it up to 35 pixels. Now let's add our nav items. Now select them all and add auto layout. Then change the space between them to 55 pixels. Let's add our button now. Hit T and write login. Then add the auto layout and change them to 0, 17 and 7. Add the background color and change the text color to RP. And change the font fade to regular. Now let's change the corner radius of only one side of our button to 11. Okay, nice. Now let's group them all and make sure all the elements are aligned perfectly. Now let's group our hero section and give it a name. And then rename this group to navbar. Let's design our next section. Copy our header and paste it. Change the color to our headers. Change the text. Hold Ctrl and bring it up to 80. Duplicate it and change the text. Change the font fade to regular. Set its color to RP. And resize it to 22. And set it like this. Then change the space between them to 15. Let's design our line and our buttons. Hit L and hold Shift. Then draw it like this. Change the width to 913 pixels. And change the border size to 2 pixels. Change the color to DADAEE and duplicate it. Now again hold Shift and bring the other one to here. Then change the color to our primary color. Okay, now it is time to design our buttons. First copy this icon. Or even you can simply find different icons with this plugin. For example, if I search for right arrow, it will give me several options to use. But for now, I will use the icon from our stylo files. Zoom in and hit O. Hold Shift and draw a circle like this. It should be 65 to 65. Now paste our icon in the middle of our circle. Change the color to our primary color. And then group them. Duplicate it and right click on it, then select Flip Horizontal option. Now change the background color to something like this. Maybe this. Then group them and change the space from the top to 35 pixels. Now it's time to design our cards. Hit R and draw a rectangle like this. Then change the height to 414. Then change the color to white. Again hit R and draw another rectangle like this. Change the height to 250 pixels. Now let's add the image. Select it and copy it by holding Ctrl Shift and then hit C. And then hold Ctrl and Shift, then hit V key. Now select them all and group them. Now come to Effects panel and add one. The opacity to 10%. And the blur to 20. As you can see now, we have a nice background shadow for our group. Duplicate it with holding Alt and then bring our card to here. And then hold Ctrl and hit D 2 times till you have 4 of them. Great. Now it's time to change the images. Second one is this one. Third one is this image. Guys, I don't know why I put this image to our design, because it's a real estate website and showing this image is not professional. So let's find another image. We can go to our plugins and search for Unsplash. So for example, let's search real estate and make sure our image is selected. As you can see, we can find so many great images from this plugin. I think this one is not bad. Okay, good. Now let's group our cards. Then group all the elements we have here. Now rename it to offers, for example. Great, let's design our next section. Oh guys, the size should be 48 pixels, so change it please. Now let's make sure the space between them are what we want. Alright, now let's copy our header. Change the text. And bring it up to 80. Okay, the text should be something like this. And the other should be like this. Change the font weight to regular and resize it to 24 pixels. Bring it here. Now let's design our arrow. Select it from here, hold Shift and draw one like this. Group these three and bring it up to 80 pixels. Copy one of our cards and paste it down. Change the distance to 35 pixels. And bring it to our group. Okay, now let's design our icon sections. Let's copy those icons we need first. Double click on it and hold Shift and make sure to select only these icons, not the frame. Alright, now let's group them all and duplicate them 5 times. Okay, now we can change their images. Okay guys, now we have what we wanted. I don't want to waste your time to change their text one by one, so please do it on your own. Alright, let's group our elements together and give them a clear name. Now we will design the final section, the footer. Our footer has a dark background. Simply we can draw a rectangle like this. And let's place our logo inside it. Now I will fast forward the video since these steps are easy for you. Alright friends, thanks for joining me in designing this awesome website. If you enjoyed it, please hit subscribe and like the video.